Hi Cancer, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome in if you're new. So this is going to be for the week of June 28th through July 4th. To all my fellow Americans out there, I must say, happy Independence Day coming at the end of the week. I hope you guys have a great time. There are so many good things I love about July 4th. I love the fireworks, I love the picnics, I love the summer fun and the food and the play, and I hope you get to do a little bit of that in a safe way this year. All right, and for everybody else out there in the world, thanks for coming in, hey. All right, so Cancer, this week I am shuffling for you from the Wild Unknown Archetypes Guidebook by Kim Kranz and using the Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela and Joyce Eakins. Both of these decks are deeply meaningful decks to me. I have learned so much from both of them over the years, and they're study decks for me, but I just felt inspired to use them right now for some reason. All right, so now we do have Venus coming into Leo. That's a lovely, playful energy, and I really hope that it can be romantic and creative and fun for all of you. Yes, 4 planets, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto are in retrograde for, throughout the summer. That's a normal thing. They're the outer planets, so it has to do with sort of family, right? The further we go out into the universe, the longer we go back in time, sort of. So it's like that. It's ancestral stuff, family dynamics. So in Cancer season, that stuff can be somewhat alluded to. Okay, these are difficult cards to shuffle because they're round, but I do love them so much. And this is the one that I think taught me so very much about how to look at not only myself but others in a way that is really helpful and healthy. Okay, so I got one that popped out and then I just got another one that dropped. So let's just look. You got the Self and the Riddle. All right, so you're trying to figure out some stuff about yourself. And that makes sense to me. We're going to read that. I'm going to read the Self and maybe look at the Riddle as well. And I'm going to pull you 9 cards now from this deck, Tarot of the Spirit. We'll go from there. So yeah, with all those other planets in retrogrades, that's internal, right? Retrograde internalizes and makes us think about family dynamics and stuff. In Cancer, it is your season. Happy birthday to you, by the way, if your birthday is this week. Now, to a personal friend out there, a friend of mine, you know who you are. I have to tell you, happy birthday, girl. Love you so much. All right, now, and I have another Cancer friend that's a guy, and I want to say happy birthday to you as well. Hello. And my brother is a Cancer also. So happy birthday to all of you out there. Happy birthday to all Cancers. All right, first card just jumped over. That is a gorgeous card. Excellent, so that tells me time to cut the deck. And we are going for it. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Should I sing my birthday song? I should sing my birthday song, right? It's somebody's birthday, I wonder who. It's someone right there in the room with you, smiling and laughing and waving you. Who? It's somebody's birthday, my goodness, it's you. Yeah, that's my birthday song. Happy birthday. I don't always sing it. Occasionally, when I'm in the mood. All right, Cancer, for you, I've got the Universe. That's the 21, the World card. I've got the Magician or the Magus in this deck. The Mother of Wind, which is the Queen of Swords, which is the Air card. The Brother of Wind, Temperance. 5 of Water, the Father of Earth, the Brother of Earth, and the 8 of Wind. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, the 4 of Water, the Flood. Okay. Then this is usually about a kind of an emotional neutral or coming back to emotional stability, emotional balance, emotional safety, where you can be emotional in a safe place. And I think in a spiritual way, a beautiful way with the 6 of Pentacles, a way of sharing your emotions in a beautiful way on the bottom of the deck. So that's beautiful. I love that. I think Cancer, it's a great time to share your emotions in a really beautiful way. Excellent. All right, let's see what else we have going on here. This, you've got some major arcana. which is always tells me something big. Or what one of my other favorite readers, Gemstone Tarot, she says, English woman, I think she lives in London. I love her so much. Her name is Gemma. She says, spiritual big jobs. You're going through some spiritual big jobs, which is so cool because it's your season. It is a time of growth. It's an incredible time of growth for you. All right. Taking this in, why don't you do some deep breathing with me, Cancer? Let's bring down that cortisol. Relieve some stress. Raise up the serotonin and dopamine. Give yourself a minute to sit down and relax. Take it in. All right, and I'm going to look in this guidebook, in the Archetypes guidebook for you. And we're going to read the Self, 29, the Self. And the Riddle, I love that. It's your birthday, you got two. Here we go, the Self. This is the soul, the witness, the watcher. The Self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, or prohibit, or suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The Self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it is a call to step back in, to witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl and spin and smolder in chaos. Yet the Self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our lives. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. Oh, I love that so much. Witnessing and accepting new aspects of self. If this card is perplexing for you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self or the ego that resists such movement. It's no surprise that two central mantras in the yogic tradition concern themselves with the self. Experiment with Soham, I am that, and Satnam, true identity. Okay, cool. The Self. Love that for you, Cancer. And now the riddle. Let's look at that a little bit. So are you a riddle to yourself? Are you a riddle to others? You're deep, Cancer. You're deep and wide, soulful, loving. And the riddle, the puzzle, the question, the mystery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deeper and more mysterious, like the elusive wisdom of Zen. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. This is about time, surrender, and humor. They are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a while. Eventually, you learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitation of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality that is. This is a great awakening. It can be an aha moment. But it's okay to not know. We can't ever know everything. And if this is about the self, it's saying, enjoy the process of becoming better at being you. That's what I just heard. I love that. Okay, that's pretty awesome. And I think that's why maybe a little bit of a flood of emotional awareness of self. And getting balanced with that. With the fours are always about stability and balance, right? The four legs of a chair, the four legs of a table. It is getting into an emotional balance where you can be flooded with emotions and yet not in other words, you can have your emotions but not let your emotions have you. You're the chef, not the stew. Okay. Universe, this is when we have come all the way from the 0 in the tarot, the 0, the Fool card, the Innocent, all the way to the 21 card, the World. This is an accomplishment, and it's the very first card in your reading. You've accomplished something. You've come to wisdom about something inside of you. Maybe you've learned to love yourself in a way that is truly more accepting. Maybe you've finally told yourself and finally believed the words, I am enough. I'm enough. And it's my life and I can do anything. Mind, heart, body, and soul, I can do anything. That's the magician. He stands at a table with all the 4 elements of life: air, earth, fire, and water. Air, the mind. Earth, the body. Fire, the soul, spirit. Water, the heart, the emotions, the feelings, right? So, mind, heart, body, and soul. You have come awake. The Mother of Air, or the Queen of Swords, is about know-how. It's knowledge in the yin, internally, knowing intellectually, but through inspiration, the left and right brain. It's knowing from the head that drops into the heart, Gemini into Cancer. It is the process of mind, heart, and body, wisdom. It's taking in the information and turning it, that was my cup, sorry, turning it into wisdom. This is a process you are going through. This is so deep and so beautiful, Cancer. It's a perfect birthday reading. Then the Brother of Wind. This is the Knight of Swords, and this is going forward, or someone coming toward you with a message. A message of change. It's swift. It's something that changes quickly. All the knights in the tarot, or the brothers in this deck, all of those are cards about movement, something moving forward, something changing. And this is the quickest one in the deck. So something changing quickly, information coming in, and it might, again, be internal, right? This aha moment for you, this riddle. It can be this, I get it now. I get why I couldn't reach this until now. And then look at it, because this is the last card in the Major Arcana, right? And this is the second card. So after the Fool takes the leap into something new, he stands at the table and becomes the Magician. So this is the end of a cycle, and this is basically the beginning of a cycle. And that's exactly what you're doing. Because I think Gemini season and Mercury retrograde taught you a lot. A lot. And you took in a lot. And now, I think things are going to change quickly. But while they're doing that, while things are coming in, things are being left behind, and things are coming in that are changing, new, Temperance. Bringing the past and the present together into not only knowing, but a new wisdom that helps you deal with the past. 5 of Water, this spilling out of emotions, letting it go. You know what this is? It's healing. This is healing. It's not just a process of healing the mental body and the emotional body. This is also spiritual healing. Temperance is a Major Arcana card. It's in the center of your reading. This is you with Spirit helping you to co-create the life you were meant to live. Above him is that Magus, or Magus, how do you say this? The Magician. And So this is you and your free will and the help of spirit creating the life that you're meant to live. And this is a major arcana, the universe. Coming to a sense of accomplishment and completion about this. Mind, heart, body, and soul. Healing. So with this Father of Earth, this is very much, can be someone in your life that you can count on. This is someone you can count on. Every day of the week, they're there for you. Next to the Brother of Earth, because they've proven that to you in the past, and you've proven that to them. You go through life together day after day. The Earth suit is about what we do every single day. Our material world. It's our job. It's our home. It's food on the table. It's, you know, our body. It's the things that we know as 3D reality, right? It's not the esoteric things of the mind, you know, or the emotional things of the heart. This is real, tangible things. And so, you know, working together, going through life together, day after day. And in this deck, it's interesting because the last card is the Eight of Wind, which is the Eight of Swords. Usually this is a card of overthinking, but in this deck, it's called the Power Shield. I think that you have been. I think that you put up boundaries. Perhaps, well, I think last week was about that, about you finding boundaries. This is that. It's like you've come out of your own mental prison. You don't need to put yourself in the mental prison of why or what if anymore. Why? What if? Why? What if? That's the riddle, right? And instead, you're like, because that can't happen. Because I want this to be the way I live. Because I want to be balanced in life. I am coming into my yin-yang balance. That's why. Why? Because I've accomplished that life lesson. I know who I am. And I'm good with me. Flaws and all. I'm good with me. I'm enough. I'm enough. This may flood through you this week a little bit. I know that that full moon last week was last week, but as it wanes and gets smaller, it's a shedding, it's a letting go. It's a letting go so that you can come to temperance, balance, and peace. Balancing together, putting together, usually it's pouring 2 cups of love into one vessel, right? So it's the synergy of mutuality in your life. Having this and that. A little yes and no, a little black and white, a little this and that. You know what I mean? It's that in life. It's finding the right balance. It's not being too much in a polarization of right and wrong, you know, where everything is just so too much of a polarity, too much of a dichotomy, and instead somewhere in the middle is a happy medium. And that's what you're finding in Cancer. You're finding your happy medium because you're creating it. You've learned to transmute the energy and heal with your mind, heart, body, and soul by putting these 2 cups of love together into your soul, right? You are getting better at understanding and wielding your I am presence, your I am principle, right? That has been, I think, washing through you. And I think that it's come at first maybe from conversation, from the head, overthinking things that have bothered you, but in the end, it's flooding through you in a way that is peaceful, bringing you back to balance and back to spirit harmony. In this card, beauty. The beauty of harmony. That's what makes you feel solid. That's what makes you feel stable. I love this for you, and I want to wish you again a happy birthday. You are enough. You're more than enough. You know who you are, and you're getting better and better at being you every single day. So have a great week, Cancer. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude, and I'll see you again next week. Please give me a thumb up if you like the video, and if you want to, subscribe and click that bell so you can get notified when I put up next week's reading. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you next week.